Yeah, definitely. Zinedine Zidane. Growing up, I used to tell my friends what to call me. I never achieved my nicknames. I used to tell people, call me Zizzo, because that's how much I loved him. So definitely Zidane. And then later on in my career, I love Ronaldinho, just the freedom he played with and the fun he had while playing. Luka Modric, those, when I started play, or when I played pro, a lot of the plays I analyzed to model my game was the likes of Iniesta, Xavi, and later on Luka Modric. Yeah. So right foot, I'd go for Klimpo Kekana. Left foot, Franklin Kale.
Football IQ.
Oof. I'll choose the Bochum Mokoena. Yeah. Speed, close Golela. Definitely, yeah. Finishing, Penny McCarthy. Shot power, Franklin Kale. That's why it's always looks sweeter when a left footer does it, yeah.
Mentality.
I'd choose me because of all the things I've been through and all the things I've learned, and I feel like I did well dealing with those things and I came out stronger.
And lastly, leadership on the field as a captain.
Dean Furman, what a guy, yeah. I was thinking, I hope my mom is watching. I hope my aunties are watching. I hope the whole of Lente Mitchum is watching. I hope my church is watching. I hope this one is watching. So it was just a big moment, not just for me, but for all of us. And even getting selected, all the messages, all the love. Then you see who truly is there for you, support you. Playing for Bafana, I could see all that love and support, and I knew that not only is my dad and mom and close relatives happy, my whole community was buzzing. So that was the thoughts. That was the immediate thoughts. At Illings, I was also nervous. I also wanted to still perform. I also wanted to try and keep my team in the place. When I think about it, that question, I never give my dad the proper credit. But he's been a huge role since. I remember growing up, we used to make us run with tires around our waist, me and my brother, and our kids, our friends, used to play in the sprinklers on the fields, and we used to run with tires around our waist, and our friends used to laugh at us, and we would think, dad this. At the time, thinking, dad is too much, he's doing too much. Later on, when I did start having an edge over everyone in my age group, that's when I started realizing, dad played a big role. His commitment, he provided, not just for myself and my brothers, but also my mom's sisters. So he was a family man, he was a provider, and he still came out of work, coming home, doing all those things, coming home and actually serving us to get better in our football. And only seeing that a lot of years later, realizing all the effort, all the commitment, all the time my dad sacrificed for me and my brother in our football, he's definitely my hero. Yeah. There's still, like I said, there's still some eternal things that I'm dealing with because it wasn't easy. That was a very hard, difficult thing to do. To leave home. My brother was about 6, 7, I can't remember the exact age, but he was still little. And leaving home was very hard. Leaving my parents, leaving my brothers, my family was very hard. And I missed out on those years. But as a kid from the community, I believed back then, and I don't believe it right now, but I believed it back then that football or sport is the only way out in those kind of circumstances, which if I think back today, it's not what I want to encourage youngsters. It's one pathway out, that's it. But all I thought was, that's the way out. I left home to provide, to thinking football's going to give my family a better environment, give that little brother a better environment. But at what sacrifice? At the sacrifice of missing his birthdays, missing milestones in his life. And it hurts, you know. It's tough, especially with my little brother. That's the option, you know. You need to weigh the two. And if I think back, if I could have it my way, I would have wanted everything in Cape Town, succeed in Cape Town, still have my family around, still see the growth of my little brother. But unfortunately, it wasn't that way. I had to go, and that's God's sovereign will, perhaps, for my life, where I was able to achieve the things I wanted and what I wanted for my family. Biggest moment was taking my brother out of the Cape Flats, putting him in a safer environment, my family and my little brother, and then you weigh the two. You know, is it worth it? It's a 50-50 in my opinion. And then coming to my family, to my kids, I retired about a year ago, and I could have still continued to play. I had some offers, but was it really worth it for me, you know, to take a year in Durban, take a year somewhere else, and then find myself in the same boat? But I don't think a lot of people know the sacrifices footballers go through. There's a lot of work we put in, there's a lot of sacrifices we make. Being away from your family it's so hard, you know. I have 3 beautiful kids at home. To be away from them for a day was hard. So what about 6 months? What about a year? And then people think footballers earn a lot of money. It's only probably the top 4 teams that probably earn money, and you'll say, okay, maybe you can, but in a lot of cases you're just getting by. So is it worth it? And for that reason also, that's part of the reason why I also thought it's not. Later on in my career I wasn't earning as much as I used to, and felt that was the right time to, if I didn't find something in Joburg, buy my kids, buy my wife, and for that reason I called it quits here. I had the right people in my corner, my performance coach, my sports psychologist, my spiritual mentor, all the right people in my corner. That's when I did better in my career. And for that reason, I thought of taking that same idea and bring it to the youth, but in a simpler form. And I feel that is the right structures to have, you know, to have people to help you mentally, because the game is becoming more and more. They say football is 70%, but do we actually train the mind like we train the body? If you're honest, not really, you know. So those kind of people I had in my corner, probably 27, 28, and I feel that's when I started doing better. As well as your family, you know, there's no ways, there's no motivation greater than knowing your little brother's watching you, or that kid from the community is watching you. I remember going back to Cape Town, and then there was 11, 12-year-olds from Lente here that I saw them at the stadium. And I said, hey, where's your parents? How did you get here? They said they either took a bus or they took a train, just to come and watch me, to come and watch the kid or the player that grew up in their road. So all of that support, my community, my church, my family, and all those extra things that when I was pro, I inquired for myself, for my own personal growth. But all of it together, I felt was the perfect balance for me to achieve what I could achieve in my football and in life for that matter. When I retired, I thought football is me. I used to preach to people, be more than footballers. When I retired, I was like, I was down, you know. And then I realized, if I'm honest, I'm making football my sport, my identity. But the more I equip myself, the more I had people around me to feed into me, the more I realized I am more than a footballer. And it was difficult, the transition, But then I found working with the kids, I love coaching. If I should get a soccer a playing job right now, I would turn it down because I love working with the kids. I love the youth. I love the gospel, and a lot of my work is around those areas: the youth, the gospel, the kids. So that's my new passion. That's my new calling. I 1000% believe I'm in the right area and space I need to be, because I was telling Yende that I get home just before 8 at night, but I feel so fulfilled. I'm tired, but I feel, oh, today was good, whereas my last few years, no disrespect to that previous club, I used to train for 2 hours and I go home and I'm like, oh, must I go to training tomorrow again? We train from 9 till 11, 12 for the latest, but then I'm home for all day and I'm already thinking, oh, is it training again tomorrow? Can't have an off day. Now I'm earning far less than I used to as a player. So I'm earning less, I'm working more, but I get home and I'm like, oh, this was good. So that feeling, man, and for that reason I feel like I am where I need to be. I'm in the space where I need to be, and I'm loving it then. I think there's a lot of opportunity in football. Look at all the analysts now, look at all the high performance coaches. The game is becoming more and more up here, so you need more sports psychologists. I feel there's so many trainers, coaches. There's just to name a few, and still be part of the game and still influence the game somehow. I feel it's fair. I feel it's fair because the game has given. Look, ultimately it's God that gives all. But through the game, I've received a lot. My family has received a lot, and I've received coaches. And there's particular one coach that helped me so much. He's more than a coach, and I want to be that guy to someone else. And if that's working with pro players that's already playing, or a 13, 14-year-old, then I want to be that coach. How he was to me, and how I see life, how I see football, I want to be that person to those in the game.